support Ukraine. The Trump administration is pushing for a meeting between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin to begin discussing a peace agreement. In Washington, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
Russia's foreign minister recently saying on NBC's Meet the Press that a meeting with Zelensky will happen, quote, when the agenda is ready for a summit, and this agenda is not ready at all. Meanwhile, President Trump's 50% tariff on India is now in effect, putting a tax on roughly 55% of goods coming from the country, including textiles and jewelry. It's all a punishment as India continues to buy Russian oil. And a liftoff for SpaceX after a series of setbacks. Fox's Kristen Goodwin.
SpaceX launching its massive Starship rocket into space. Cheers heard throughout the mission as the Super Heavy rocket booster splashed down in the Gulf and as Starship deployed its simulated or mock Starlink satellites into orbit, making its way back to Earth.
There's a splashdown.
Splashing down in the Indian Ocean. The flight comes after the company called off 2 earlier launches this week over ground system issues and weather. Kristen Goodwin, Fox News.
Now, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk is hoping to use the rocket to take people to Mars, and NASA hopes to use it to land astronauts on the moon. I'm Gianna Gelosi. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Wednesday. Time is 7:05. This is the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. Show producer Fred Cruz, AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Any rain in the forecast? Somebody got rain yesterday. We'll do a quick review of that. We'll also scan the tropics. Actually, the computers. We'll ask Jason what the computers are saying about it. Anything tropical in the Gulf anytime soon? We'll see what he says. He joins us in about 3 minutes. Meantime, up in Austin, the effort to eliminate the standardized test for Texas, the START test, continues up in Austin.
The Texas House has approved legislation to eliminate the START test and replace it with 3 tests to be administered at the beginning, middle, and end of the school year. Authored by GOP State Rep Brad Buckley.
And it's going to create shorter exams, faster results that are instructionally relevant and actionable by teachers.
There was strong opposition. Democratic State Rep Gina Hinojosa unsuccessfully argued that 1 START test was now being replaced by 3, also questioning TEA's role.
Now we're going to have TEA both create the test that determines whether or not the school is and district are taken over by them. That's a conflict.
The Democrats wanted independent testing. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
If you're expecting a package from something cheap you purchased overseas, if it's less than $100, that's the only way it will be exempt from new tariffs, new taxes.
The new rules take effect on Friday. It means nearly all packages, even those under $800 entering the U.S., will be subject to duties. Items $800 and less had been allowed in duty-free since 2016. The importer will have to pay the fee, but it will be passed to the consumer. Dallas Trade Attorney Michelle Schultz says she imagines these items will come in via express couriers like FedEx and UPS.
There will be certain couriers and offices that will be authorized to collect and submit those duties.
The change could impact small businesses and online shoppers. She says the EU may respond by putting on hold some packages to the United States. Barbara Schwartz, News Talk 710 KURV.
India being slapped with a 50% tariff from the U.S. All this is punishment because India continues to buy oil from Russia.
The tax on imports from India went into effect on Wednesday. The U.S. and India have yet to reach a trade agreement, and President Trump has been insisting that India stop buying Russian oil while negotiations are underway to end the war in Ukraine. Vice President J.D. Vance told Meet the Press on Sunday that the U.S. was applying aggressive economic leverage on India to try to make it harder for the Russians to get rich from their oil economy. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
And today we're celebrating the definitive and one of the oldest dispute settling games.
The hand game dates back to about 206 BC in China. What we play today is very different from the original, which used a slug, a snake, and a frog. The rock is thrown the most, followed by paper, then scissors. Women throw scissors most, men rock. There are books on strategy and psychology as to what to play. But it is just a simple game with 3 components.
Rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock.
5 if you watch The Big Bang Theory. I'm Bree Tennis.
Okay, so paper covers rock, right? Rock crushes the scissors. Scissors cuts paper. Okay, I think I got it all. It's AccuWeather time. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. I want to say thank you first to Dougie and all the gang over at Martin Farm and Ranch, certified dealer for Purina liquid feed, Martin Farm and Ranch. All right, pal, let's look at the Gulf. What do the computers tell you this morning? Anything new as far as something in the Gulf over the next week or two?
You get nothing.
Nothing for us. Nothing.
You get nothing and
no
like it
for you. No tropical stuff for you. Okay, so
no tropical stuff.
Let's go back to the rain yesterday. Who got the rain yesterday? Were you able to pick up some rain gauges?
You know, it's really here or there. Edinburgh International reported 1/100th. Rancho Las Comidas got 1/100th. Then down at Port Isabel at the airport, they got 100, so just over a tenth, but a tenth and a half.
Less chance of rain today compared to yesterday?
Very similar today, and then it just drops off as we head into the weekend. It does come back as we head into next week, though. So good news that we could get some rain as we head into early parts of next week, but quiet through much of the holiday weekend.
Okay, I forgot to ask you yesterday, people posting online, meteorologists here and there, because I got all these different news organizations, they were posting on the first cool front, maybe crossing all the way into portions of Texas, like over the next week or so. Did you see that? Or what is that, something flowing down from the Midwest?
There's been a couple of big areas of high pressure that have been hanging out up in Canada and just kind of pushing things a little bit southward. So there's a stationary front, basically, that's been hanging out off the East Coast that drapes over the mid part of the Gulf, and then it hooks north up through Louisiana and then into northern parts of Texas and Oklahoma. That's going to try and shift. A little area of low pressure is going to develop up southern Oklahoma, up by the border there with Texas, and try and dip a little south as we head over the weekend. So that's going to pull the front more southward. And we could see the front in the area, but see it hangs up just to our north, so it may not make it all the way through us, but I mean, it's looking close that it's going to make it through, but it's going to linger just to our north as we head through say Monday and Tuesday.
Okay, that's one of my questions. Monday, Tuesday, Central Texas up in San Antonio. So would they feel it? Would it be like a 20-degree difference, or just a line they see on a map? Or
these type of things sometimes for us don't make a huge difference, but hang on, let me
you're trying to take a look at the readings, the temperatures for
I'm trying to. I've got access to our extended forecast, so I'm just taking a look to see.
Mention it next hour, because for us it means nothing.
San Antonio next week, 97, 96, 90 by next Friday, but
that's nothing. Okay, that's fine.
90 Monday. Yeah, so they'll feel it a little bit. Yeah. And then it jumps right back up to 97 Tuesday.
Yeah, of course. That's always
so they get a 1 day, cold front in name only, more or less.
It'll be here before you know it, people. Look, we're reaching the peak of tropical season in about a month, less than a month, about 3 weeks. And then October will be here before you know it. And then the first.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
September is next week, right?
Yes, Labor Day is here this weekend already. Let's see, on the menu for today. That's peaches. Well, if it's peaches or apricots or white flesh peaches, for me, they got to be just a little bit soft and mushy. And if you push it a little bit, you'll see a little bit of juice come out. They got to be juicy. I hate crunchy peaches. I hate crunchy apricots. I don't know who eats them that way, but they got to be juicy, because that's the way they're sweet. Otherwise, they're not sweet. So anyway, it's National Peach Day. For me, peach cobbler. Cook it up a little bit.
Not really a peach fan.
Yeah. No. What is it?
Just don't care for them.
The smell, or what is it you don't like about peach?
It's something about the flavor. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of the peach flavor.
Yeah. Some people genetically are wired not to accept certain flavors. Do you like cilantro, or does it taste like soap?
No, it doesn't taste like soap. I make a really good mango salsa that's got cilantro.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Post the recipe, dude. I'll share it online. All right.
Oh, okay. Sure.
All right. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina, also a chef. If he weren't doing the AccuWeather thing, I think he'd be a chef. That's Jason Caterina from AccuWeather.
I've got the palate of a 5-year-old.
Okay, no. So the CEO at Cracker Barrel saying, "Oh yeah, positive reaction from all customers." Blah 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 blah. After the rebrand of Cracker Barrel. Yeah, that's what you get when you surround yourself with yes men and yes women. Oh, yes, wonderful. Yes, great idea, great idea. Cracker Barrel is doing a 180 and ditching the new logo.
Cracker Barrel unveiled its new text-only logo last week, ditching the restaurant's iconic image of an older man leaning against a barrel. The response was mostly negative, and late Tuesday, the company said in a statement, the new logo is going away and the old-timer will remain. Even President Trump weighed in on the controversy, advising the restaurant chain should admit a mistake based on customer response. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
You know what they should do, Freddie, is not only bring back Old Timer, but put Aunt Jemima next to him and Uncle Ben, right? Put Yahoo, right? The Chief Yahoo or Wahoo, whatever his name, from the Indians. Put him there as well. That's swing the pendulum that far the other direction. Time is 7:14. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. Join us online at Radio Para Mi. Download the free app and you can listen on your smartphone.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meijer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at NewNordicUSA.com.
At Rivetta's Machinery in Donna, they're bringing the best deals on Coyote equipment to your job site, your farm, or your backyard. Right now, take advantage of 0% interest or up to $6,000 cash back on Coyote track loaders and skid steers. These are machines built for maximum performance no matter the task. But don't stop there. They're also offering fantastic savings on Coyote tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles. And whether you're hauling something, mowing, tackling other big jobs, Coyote has the equipment to help you get it done. If you're looking for great deals and great service from a team that treats you like family, look no further than Rivetta's Machinery and Coyote. Start your next project right. Visit Rivetta's Machinery in Donna or browse their deals when it suits you at mynewtractor.com. That's their website, mynewtractor.com. Rivetta's for the long haul. See dealer for full details.
Brian Kilmeade here, inviting you to tune in weekday mornings starting at 9 for the Sergio Show with Sergio Sanchez on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
Your station for Texas A&M fighting Aggie football. You're listening to it, 710 KURV on the radio and online. Catch Aggie football. So this coming Saturday, 5 p.m., catch the broadcast. The Aggies taking on the Roadrunners from UTSA. Thank you to our many supporters, including Amigo Power Equipment. A few days ago, I was at Weslaco, the Mid-Valley campus, at South Texas College. The private sector industry recruitment effort called RioPlex had a gathering and announced about 24 ambassadors to help sell the area. Among them, a member of RioPlex. He's also with the Border Trade Alliance from Mexico, Carlos Garcia. Right now is last time you saw him, and by the way, there's probably a video somewhere in cyberspace, YouTube, from the Houston kickoff. Carlos Garcia, of the many titles that he wears, the more important one, I think, is the Border Trade Alliance president in Mexico for the next year and a half. He will continue being. What does that mean for other working people? What is to be president of the Border Trade Alliance on the Mexican side? What does that mean?
It means a lot because I want to take your audience back to when the original North American Free Trade Agreement was done. Oof. Back in the mid-'90s.
Yeah, early 90s, like 92, right?
Yeah, I mean, it came in effect in 95. Same. But what I'm saying is there's this organization called Border Trade Alliance in Washington. It has over 400 members, and they do a lot of lobbying for free trade, especially trade in our borders. So what I'm president of is the Border Trade Alliance, but the Mexico chapter.
Yeah.
And we work in tandem with BTA USA, which is in Washington. And what we do basically is go to Congress, both in the US and in Mexico, and try to advocate so we can have more investment in infrastructure for all our federal inspection stations in the different ports of entry. We also talk to the decision makers in regards to policies to better facilitate cross-border operations. And that's what we do in the case of BTA USA since 1986. And in the case of BTA Mexico, we've been doing it for over 15 years. There's been several presidents of BTA, very respectable people, like, for example, Mr. Sam Bale of the Star County Bridge System.
Yes, sir.
After that, very important businessman from Laredo, Eduardo Garza from Unitrade. He's a past president. The last one we have, and you spoke about him, is now our president of Rioplex, which is Joaquin Spammer out of McAllen. And now they're giving the opportunity to Bronzeville. I live in the Bronzeville Matamoros area, and we like this initiative of Rioplex. And that's why I'm not only working with Joaquin in BTA, but also now I'm part of the board in Rioplex, because I believe that if the private sector works not at the same time, but works in the same line as the public sector, we can get things done faster in regards to foreign direct investment to this region that is, like, from Roma all the way to Brownsville, Texas.
Carlos Garcia is the Border Trade Alliance president on the Mexican side. He's also vice president of the Mexican Custom Brokers Association, of course, Mexican side.
Yes.
And as you mentioned free trade at the very beginning, I got to tell you, as a fan and a spectator, just watching everything that's taking place, and I know that a lot of people listening to KURV are also in that because they own businesses and they manage business. But we hear the battle cry of free trade has changed into fair trade, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Donald Trump says, bring it back to the U.S. In fact, there's every now and then as we do our news reports, I see, well, they're going to close down this vehicle manufacturer, this farm implement, and they're reshoring, sending jobs back to the Midwest, things like that. From your perspective, from the Mexican side, I suspect we would like to see a continued relationship in manufacturing and trade. Call it fair or call it something else. There's a reshore element to all this. So from the front lines, custom brokers and trade, what do you see happening over the Trump administration? And likely if everything works out the way he wants, maybe continuing that over the next 8 years or so, what will happen is when it comes to trade and manufacturing, Mexican side to complement what's taking place on the U.S. side?
Yes, I mean, we can debate about it a long time. But for me, when they talk about relocation and they talk about nearshoring, in regards to North America, it's ally shoring. That's that's the correct word we should be using, because we're allies. We're a commercial bloc, not only to make better products for our region, but also to compete around the world. So I think Canada, the U.S., and Mexico will continue to work with now the USMCA. We have a revision, like next year.
Mm-hmm.
It's been 6 years since President Trump actually signed off on the USMCA. And I just want to tell the audience that our supply chain is so integrated that there is not an option. I mean, you cannot put tariffs on that. There's no turning back. We have to complement each other in North America in order to have a brighter future for this part of the world.
An economically powerful Mexico can provide for their citizens and regionally as well provide jobs in Central America. A lot of the immigration stresses, I would imagine, would be easily solved by continuing to see the prosperity south of the border in manufacturing.
Exactly. And I don't want to be, sometimes I'm very straightforward. Right now, you've seen the tariffs that are into play.
Yeah.
And call it 25%, 50%, an additional 10%. Either it be in a particular sector like aluminum or steel or whatever. It's not changing anything. It's still more competitive in some sectors, in some products, even with the tariffs, to be producing in Canada or in Mexico. It's something that the United States has to realize and see that it's not the correct path for North America. Maybe with other countries, and I get what you're saying about fair trade, and I think the president of the U.S. has a very valid point. But in regards to the region, I'm not saying there should be other rules. It's just a different relationship because we are part of the same region, and that's North America.
Carlos Garcia, president of the Border Trade Alliance on the Mexican side, also vice president of the Mexican Customs Brokers Association, our guest. He's part of Team Rioplex. We're trying to sell southern Texas, northern Mexico as a region, sell it to the world, try to capture more of that industry, of the trillions upon trillions of dollars that have already been committed for expanding square footage or creating new factories or investments in our nation. Let's see if we can capture some of that, but we're going to have to do some very heavy lifting and selling, represent this area. And Carlos Garcia is part of that team to go on those trade missions and get in front of industry. You said the word, and I'll try to remember that, ally shoring, that you'll need to repeat quite a bit during 2026 as the review of USMCA is that you will be a part of those conversations, being part of the BTA, I would imagine.
Yes, we will be working both with BTA USA and also with the Mexican National Custom Broker Association in order to try to keep this important trade treaty in place. Some people think that the renegotiation is imminent, but you have to remember that after the 6-year period, it's a revision. It's not a renegotiation. I know that part of the strategy for the U.S. government is to talk about renegotiating, but we're going to try to keep it at a revision because I think that the USMCA is working, and we've seen it in the numbers, not only of growth but better paying jobs for the three countries. There's even though we had obviously the pandemic, we came out strong because we came out strong as a region. So Rioplex, I think what we're looking for is for foreign countries not only to look, let's say in Texas, and look at the big cities like Houston or Dallas or San Antonio, but to go a little bit farther south and see that here in McAllen, Harlingen, obviously all the cities that there are too many, but all the way down to Brownsville, that we have the industrial parks, we have the ports of entry, we handle all types of cargo, either it be by land or by rail or by sea. We have the infrastructure to give world-class service to the major transnational companies that are looking for, let's say, relocating not only to the U.S., but also Mexico and Canada. I think that we have a very bright future. You just saw the presentation of the different projects that are already committed for the Port of Brownsville. And it's not only the Port of Brownsville, because whatever investment we have in the region, it benefits the entire, the three counties that are in the Rioplex region. So I think it's good for Cameron County, for Hidalgo County, for Star County. It's good for all of us.
Carlos Garcia, president of, on the Mexican side, the Border Trade Alliance. He's also an associate and partner with Joaquin Spummer in many of these projects that are taking place here in South Texas. We will soon see the announcement of many of these projects. We're looking forward to the big one over here in McAllen, the big manufacturer on that big plotted land on South Ware on the way to South Texas College. That's a beautiful project. That manufacturer, oh my goodness, did they have something like that show up?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big project. It's an industrial park. It's called McAllen Nearshoring Industrial Park. And we're doing something like that down in Brownsville. That's called RGB Nearshoring. But what we're trying to do is like, you remember the movie Field of Dreams, right?
Yeah.
With Kevin Costner. If you build it, it will come. And that's what we're trying to do here in the Valley, is to build the big warehouses that big industry needs. And if they see that we're risking our capital for them to come and we can provide world-class build to suit buildings, I think that we're going to be able to compete not only with the big cities in Texas, but with the entire world.
I can say at least, and this from a conversation a couple days back from the Brownsville Economic Development Office, Gilbert Salinas has that same vision with the industrial park. We got to build it. We got to put the slab out there and put those buildings, because that phone rings. They want a building like now, turnkey. Let's go. And I know we have a history in McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh area. They called McAllen EDC, and Keith Patridge, well, I don't have it. I'm full. And it would try to throw to Mission, try to throw to Edinburgh. Yeah. At the way business is coming to us right now, absolutely. It needs to be ready.
Yeah, I congratulate both Major John Cowan in Brownsville and Gilbert Salinas in the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation, because what they did about a month and a half ago is open a very nice industrial park.
Yes, sir.
It's a little bit over 100 acres that is going to be for advanced manufacturing. And it's right on 550, which, it's a new toll road. And it goes to the heart of all the new investments, not only for Starbase and the Port of Brownsville, but also for the LNGs that are opening in the Port of Brownsville. So I think there's a bright future for the Rioplex region. But like Joaquin Spammer said, it's not like we're just going to build it and they will come. We also have to go and promote it around the world.
Yeah. You're selling some apples, but you got to make sure that you go plant some trees and pluck the fruit off the orchards and have it ready to go, packed and shipped. It's got to happen.
Basically, yes.
That's what we say. Business recruitment at the speed of business, economic development at the speed of business. We wish you great success as an ambassador. And is the calendar starting to fill up? Like some major conference coming up pretty soon for y'all? What's on the calendar?
We have the board meeting for Rioplex next week. The host is going to be the Port of Brownsville, Mr. Esteban Guerra, which is the president of the commissioners in the Port of Brownsville. And there is where we're going to see what's next. We have the ambassadors. We have many events going on around the world, and we have to pick the right ones so we can invest the time and the talent of the ambassadors so they can go and obviously talk about our region and try to get some investors down here as soon as possible.
Of the pool of, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like how many ambassadors did you name today? Do you know?
24.
24.
Yes.
And you have different disciplines, different expertise that you're able to cherry pick. Okay, we need these 3 to go with us to Germany, or go, what's a Singapore,
to Italy, or to South Korea, or wherever. Yes.
All right. Great success to you. I hope you and the gang at Rioplex can continue to bring some more jobs down here.
Yeah, we're very excited, and we're doing everything as a team. And I think we're going to have good results in the short run.
And as I did in an interview with Mario Reina, who's also part of the team, be a part of it. An invitation for local business owners, landowners, folks who are in the industry. You have a certain skill set and knowledge of what you do, whatever it is that you do. Join Rioplex. Be a part of the team. Contact them. You could be one of those ambassadors to go and sell us and go snag those jobs and businesses and bring them back. So contact Joaquin Spammer, contact Rioplex.
And Mario Reina, which is our executive director.
That's true. Yes. Mario's the one who's supposed to take the calls on that. Yeah. Yes. Joaquin's got other work to do every single day trying to manage his business. We still got to make money, Ain't no government check coming in. We still got to make money to pay everybody's payroll.
That's right.
Yeah, Carlos, thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Great success to you. Carlos Garcia, Border Trade Alliance president in Mexico. And again, congratulations to Rioplex. We wish them great success in recruiting industry for South Texas. I'm Sergio Sanchez, News Talk 710 KURV. In that video from the recent announcement of their ambassadors over at Rioplex to sell this industry, sell. We got everything that industry needs in this region here in Southern Texas, Northern Mexico. Big thanks to Carlos Garcia. Thanks to Joaquin Spammer, all the gang over at Rioplex. This is your station, 710 KURV, your station for Astros baseball, Texas A&M football, Houston Texan football, sports up next on 710 KURV.
Come experience larger-than-life luxury and design at Bert Ogden Infiniti in Edinburgh. You're invited to come in and choose from a great selection of new Infinitis available now. Drive off in your own 2025 Infiniti QX60 with 0% APR for 36 months. All available with Infiniti Premium Care Maintenance Plan for 3 years. Experience luxury as it's meant to be at Bert Ogden Infiniti on the corner of Alberta and Expressway 281 in Edinburgh. Shop from the entire line of Infinitis online at bertogdeninfinity.com.
Very loving thing that my mom and dad did many years before the Lord called them home was to pre-plan and prepay that funeral event. Very, very thoughtful. And I'm inviting you to call Carla McCaleb, Mark and Carla McCaleb from the McCaleb Funeral Home Clan in Westaco, Texas. Carla will take your call and set up an appointment and go over to your place, go over to your office, maybe get together at your home, wherever you think it's comfortable. Have a sit down for a few minutes, pre-plan and prepay what you know is inevitable. It's on everybody's calendar. We just don't know exactly where it is on the calendar, but the Lord has a time for all of us. When that time comes, try to make things easier. Try to make things a little bit easier, maybe a lot easier on your family by making all these decisions. It's a long list of decisions you need to make and prepaying for everything. Very thoughtful, very loving thing to do. The Bible says the dead know nothing. You won't know anything except just the Lord at that time. But a family still need to deal with that, back on earth. So pre-plan, prepay. My mom and dad did this, and I'm a big advocate for this. So call Carla McCaleb, make that appointment. They'll come to you, pre-plan, prepay. Carla's personal number, call or text her right now. Make that appointment, 956-650-2841.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058 and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drt'sprimarycare.com.
Tune in later tonight for Houston Astros baseball as they host the Colorado Rockies. First pitch at 7:10. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women, Mission Economic Development Corporation, and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
And the Astros got up early versus the Rockies.
Right-hander delivers, and Sanchez crushes one pretty deep to right center field, and you can't kiss that one goodbye. Over the Astros bullpen, a first pitch home run by Jesus Sanchez, his second with the Astros and 12th of the season. 1-0 Houston.
But couldn't get the win, losing 6-1. But they can bounce back tonight at 7:10. Rangers got some devastating news yesterday about Nate Eovaldi being shut down for the season. But that didn't stop the Rangers from coming out on fire.
Here comes Kikuchi, and Adolis lines one over first. It's a fair ball down the line. Around third in to score is Langford. Duran on his way to third base. He'll hold there on an opposite field double by Adolis. The Rangers grab a 1-0 first inning lead.
Rangers got the win 7-3, but are still going to fight for the playoffs because there is a chance Eovaldi can come back. Rangers play again tonight at 7:05. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
AccuWeather says highs for today, triple digits, and highs tomorrow above triple digits. We still have that chance of a thunderstorm in the forecast for today. Temperatures at the moment, mostly in the upper 70s across South Texas. We invite you to join us, especially the 7 o'clock broadcast of the Valley's Morning News live on 710 KURV, YouTube, X, live on Facebook, all that. That's where producer Freddie puts us. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. Let's see, latest reports, hour and a half at Gateway, same thing at B&M, and 1 hour at the Veterans Bridge, and driving back to McAllen, 30 minutes at Hidalgo, 30 minutes at FAR, 15 at Ansel Lewis. Business news check of your money and the big business news around here. Success for SpaceX. Starship 10 from start to finish, successful. Some of the business news next on 710 KURV.
You remember your first time? Oh, I remember mine like it was yesterday. The look, the feel, the way my heart started racing the moment I laid eyes on her. Dad took me to Glick Twins right before white winged dove season. I got to pick out my very first shotgun. And in South Texas, that's when you become a man. I wasn't just white wing hunting, I was building my favorite memories, and now it's my turn to raise them right. Make memories that last. Gear up for white wing season at Glick Twins, where first times become family traditions.
Experience everything Bert Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh has to offer. Service, selection, and quality. Indulge yourself with a bold design and refined performance in a new Cadillac XT4 for just $579 per month. More style, more innovation, more you. Make your move. Set yourself apart and discover a new standard of luxury ownership. Visit us online at BertOgdenCadillac.com or come in today to Bert Ogden Cadillac in Edinburgh. Official sponsors of UTRGV football. Dale gas!
Hi there, my name is Tony Bolstead. My wife and I, Carol, own Sand Monsters. We'd like you to come on out and have fun. We've got a half-mile long track out here. It runs across about 3.5 acres. Have adult cars and kid cars, getting laps in, learning how to drive on the sand. And we also lease space to Redline Helicopters, is one of our tenants here, and they've got a pad and they do helicopter tours. Lone Star National Bank and the team there really helped us get this thing put together, answered all our questions, huge help.
I am Stephanie Harrison. I am the second generation owner of Sisters Interiors on South Padre Island. We had always dreamed of owning our own land and owning our own building, using our design team to create what you see here today. That's how we got involved with Lone Star National Bank. We partnered with them and they helped us, create the dream.
Rioplex is industry recruitment at the speed of business. Congratulations to the 24 Rioplex ambassadors who will soon sell our region to the world. Rioplex industry recruitment, because South Texas and Northern Mexico is the perfect region for all industry.
710 KURV, streaming live at KURV.com. Powered by Texas Mutual Workers Compensation Insurance, a policyholder-owned company. Work safe, Texas.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Abercrombie & Fitch narrowly beat Wall Street's expectations thanks to strong growth at its teen-focused Hollister brand. The company's namesake brand sales fell 5%, while Hollister grew 19%. Abercrombie has been leaning on partnerships and international expansion to grow sales. Canada Goose shares rose by nearly 9% after CNBC reported that its controlling shareholder received bids to take the company private. Private equity firm Bain Capital is looking to offload its holding in Canada Goose. Boyo Capital and Advent International have made verbal offers, valuing Canada Goose at roughly $1.3 billion. Lego posted a 12% jump in revenue during the first half of 2025, reaching $5.4 billion. The company added a record 314 new sets during that period. Lego also opened 24 new stores globally during the first 6 months of the year. Futures are slightly higher. That's Your Money Now.
From start to finish, Starship 10 was a success yesterday. We'll share some audio in the next newscast in about 3 minutes. AccuWeather says highs today, triple digits, and chance of rain somewhere in South Texas. The morning news on News Talk 710 KURV, also broadcasting at Radio Para Mí. Fox News coming up in 2 minutes.
Introducing the newest destination for luxury in the Rio Grande Valley, the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. Come visit Michael Fall, General Manager, today and discover the perfect blend of elegance and power at the all-new Mercedes-Benz of Harlingen. A true triumph of luxury, now open at their exceptional new state-of-the-art location at 8522 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Dale gas!
Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health.
From the Transplant Institute at DHR Health, Dr. Hector Salcedo Crespo.
We started a kidney transplant program back in 2017. Hopefully this year will be the year that we start providing liver transplant care to our patients. Living donor transplantation is better than cadaveric donor transplantation. An organ from a living donor usually lasts longer, almost twice as long as a kidney from someone that has passed away. And also that helps the patient because usually there is like a 5-year waiting time for a cadaveric organ, and having a living donor organ or kidney helps the patient bypass that waiting time, and they do much better. We do a thorough evaluation of the recipient and the donor to make sure they are compatible. Most of the kidney transplants that we do here and in the United States are from cadaveric donors. Like 1 out of 5 will be a living donor. We're trying to promote living donor kidney transplantation because, again, a living donor kidney does much better. It's one of the safest surgeries out there. The recovery time for the donor is about 2 days in the hospital and a couple of weeks where they have some discomfort, but then after that, they're almost back to normal. They need to avoid some heavy lifting and strenuous activities for 3 months, but some patients go back to desk work like after a few days. Kidneys will last about 9 years. Living donor kidneys last about 15 years or more. High blood sugar and high blood pressure, those are the 2 most common causes of kidney failure. Well, we're the only center in the Valley that provides this care. We do have special preservation solutions, machines, so the kidney can work properly when the kidney is outside the body. We have an advanced OR staff and equipment so we can perform this delicate surgery.
From the DHR Health Transplant Institute, Dr. Hector Salcedo Crespo, DHR Health.
This has been Spotlight on Your Health, brought to you by DHR Health. For you, for life.
Do you want your business to be everywhere? At News Talk 710 KURV, we make it possible with live local radio, social media, streaming, and digital products. We'll make sure your brand gets noticed, heard, and shared. We have the perfect marketing for any budget or business. Call right now for a free quote at 956-992-8895. We're ready to put you on the map. Let's take your business to the next level. Call 956-992-8895 or visit radiounited.com.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
Is the Wednesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. It is August 27th, 2025. Thank you much for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. We are online as well. Radio Para Mi is the free app. Download it and listen on your smartphone. News on 710 KURV, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm Angelo Bavaro. President Trump upping the ante on his crime crackdown.
Anybody murders something in the Capitol, capital punishment, capital punishment.
The commander-in-chief says the Justice Department will seek the death penalty in all murder cases in D.C. President Trump says he's ready for a court fight over his firing of Federal Reserve Governor Lisa Cook.
President Trump says he has cause to fire Cook because of an allegation of mortgage fraud from the Federal Housing Finance Agency. The president denies his action is related to Cook joining a majority of board members opposed to an interest rate reduction.
Cook's lawyer calls that firing unlawful and is filing a lawsuit. Cracker Barrel scrapping its modern logo redesign after pushback, including from President Trump. America is listening to Fox News.
The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. And at Starbase, Texas, finally some success. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful sound. After 3 straight setbacks, Starship 10 completed its full test. The massive rocket launching from Starbase, Texas. That's right. It's a new city, Starbase, Texas. Last night and splashed down in the Indian Ocean just an hour later. The 10th test flight included a successful deployment of some dummy satellites.
Super exciting moment, as you can hear the energy in both Hawthorne and Starbase. Everyone's super excited for finally getting to deploy some of those simulated satellites.
She was on the SpaceX webcast, co-host Amanda Lee, talking about the satellites being launched into space. The Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Back to Texas. Yet another sign of the strong Texas economy.
The state's job market is holding steady despite the current challenges that come with tariffs. Economist Ray Perryman says the addition of new jobs is beating the national average, and at the same time, they're being filled quickly.
We don't have too many people unemployed or too many job openings going unfilled. We seem to be in kind of that Goldilocks position.
But he says we are seeing a growing problem in the construction workforce. The immigration crackdowns, he says, has some people afraid to show up at the job site.
That's Michael Board reporting. Disney is suing Dish Network over several new packages offered by Sling TV.
The internet TV service recently introduced passes that allow customers to pay for
weekend, or even a single day of live TV. Disney is now suing Dish Network, which owns Sling, claiming this violates Disney's programming distribution agreements. Sling customers are currently able to watch Disney and ESPN programming through monthly subscription plans, and Disney claims any shorter subscription violates the agreement between it and Dish Network. I'm Mark Mayfield.
And, of course, if it becomes part of a broadcast or baseball related, here comes Topps, the baseball card people. A squirrel that interrupted a Yankees-Red Sox game recently, well, yes, guess what? Has its own baseball card, part of the Topps collection. Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV for a Wednesday. Join us this coming Saturday, 5 p.m. broadcast, Aggie Football on 710 KURV, made possible in part by the DHR Health Orthopedic Institute.
Protect your liver and give it the support it deserves with Active Liver from New Nordic. Find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS, Meyer Grocery, or online at Amazon or at newnordicusa.com.
At Amigo Power Equipment, JP and Jeff waiting for you today. Go enjoy some coffee, walk the showroom, walk outside, take a look at all that gorgeous Kubota equipment, long-lasting, rugged, dependable Kubota equipment. From for example, the Kubota Sidekick utility vehicles, the always awesome Kubota Z Series mowers, get the job done, but also the Kubota, the number one selling compact tractor in the nation, Kubota, the Kubota L Series, you'll find at Amigo Power Equipment. JP and Jeff going to hook you up with some great deals. Now, everything I'm going to mention here, you can find at KubotaUSA.com, get more details and information, but visit with JP and Jeff today at Amigo Power Equipment, Monte Cristo, Edinburgh, and you can get select L2502 Kubota Series compact tractors, $21,999 or $325 per month. Again, $21,999 or $325 per month on the Kubota L2502 Series at Amigo Power Equipment now through September 30th. Amigo Power is in Edinburgh on Monte Cristo.
Come experience larger-than-life luxury and design at Bert Ogden Infinity in Edinburgh. You're invited to come in and choose from a great selection of new Infinities available now. Drive off in your own 2025 Infinity QX60 with 0% APR for 36 months. All available with Infinity Premium Care Maintenance Plan for 3 years. Experience luxury as it's meant to be at Bert Ogden Infinity on the corner of Alberta and Expressway 281 in Edinburgh. Shop from the entire line of Infinities online at bertogdeninfinity.com.
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 in Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RS.
Summer is heating up, and so is our local economy. From sizzling business deals to community connections, News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio Potami app are here to keep you in the know. Download the Radio Potami app to stay informed and entertained. Whether it's local market updates, summer events, or the weather, we've got you covered. Support local, stay connected, and tune in to the pulse of Rio Grande Valley business. News Talk 710 KURV and the Radio